quizzes throughout the event because it's hosted by Teachers Association. So, first pop quiz question. Cornell contributes $650K annually to ICSD. Which of the following did Cornell spend more money on than our public schools last year? A, Slope Day. B, Robert Trent Jones Golf Course Rehabilitation. C, Statler Hotel Meeting Conference Room Amphitheater Refresh. Or D, all the above. Wow, you guys are quick learners. That's correct, all the above.
Thank you so much for having me. Let's hear it again for the teachers. And these are the teachers who spend every night getting lesson plans ready, taking care of our young people, and ensuring that we're raising the future Ithacans of tomorrow, not the teachers that are paid six figures to occasionally come down and spread their beneficence in the community when there's an affiliated grant. Listen, I'm here as a proud ICSD parent. My oldest just started school this year. And, so this last budget process was especially difficult for me, watching some of the hard choices that our school district was faced to make, and thankfully some of the hard choices we were able to avoid making. We talked about $650,000. I'm not a finance expert, but I think the university could probably afford more than they pay several people. Right? I mean, they could just delay hiring someone a few months and cover significantly more investment for our schools. And at the same time, we hear how difficult it is because Ithaca is so expensive. It's so difficult for the university to attract new faculty members. Well, I have a really great solution to that problem. It's lower our school taxes by kicking more into the community that hosts you. And I would like to imagine that if Ezra Cornell were still around, he might agree that any person, any study should also obtain to our young people and not just the folks who can afford an Ivy League education.
Out of the 4,811 colleges and universities in the entire United States of America, Cornell is the 18th wealthiest. Number 18 out of nearly 5,000 institutions of higher education. In Massachusetts, Tufts University owns a total of 150 acres, size of a small farm. They have a roughly $3.6 billion endowment, and yet they pay $10 million a year to the city of Medford, Massachusetts, which funds several programs and services throughout the city with that revenue. Cornell is no exception. They can do this too.
Good evening. I'm Jill. Glad to be here. I see many of my former colleagues here. I am a member of the Ithaca City School District School Board and have been for 2 years. I am speaking tonight on my own behalf, not as an official school district or school board position. My history is that I've lived here for approximately 40 years, and no surprise, worked as a school psychologist in the Ithaca City Schools for virtually all of that time. I'm a mother whose child went through the Ithaca City Schools, and I've known a great many children in the schools over the years. Several months ago, I brought a resolution that I actually thought would be a fairly easy resolution to pass to the school board. And it was a resolution that directed Dr. Brown, our superintendent, to begin negotiations with Cornell University to increase their annual contribution to the Ithaca City Schools. A number of people on the board support that proposition, but they were nervous about doing it without more research. So, what you do when you need more information is you form a committee. And the school board formed a committee called the Revenue Exploration Council, which has been meeting for the last several months, looking at alternative sources of revenue for the school district. As most of you know, the school district is supported largely by property taxes. And guess who owns most of the property in the Ithaca City School District catchment area. Right, again, it is not you, it is indeed Cornell. Now, they are not legally obligated to pay property taxes or money to the school district. My argument is that it would be the right thing to do. And the reason for that is that Cornell and the Ithaca City Schools have a symbiotic relationship. We send many students to Cornell. They recruit many of their excellent faculty to come to Ithaca, where their children can receive what I believe is an excellent education. That excellent education is at some risk at this point. We're nowhere near panic, and we're nowhere near doomsaying, but with our budget voted down last year, increasing expenses as everyone is suffering at this point, with contracts due to be negotiated this coming year, including the Ithaca Teachers Association contract, where many people have the reasonable expectation that they might receive salary increases, given the inflation of the last few years. It is going to be another tough budget year. And I would like to ask Cornell to step up at this point, not because they have to, but because it would be the right thing to do.